Hello everyone, welcome to my channel SW Metro official channel.
Sister wives have followed the Brown family for years, witnessing their polygamous lifestyle, struggles, and shifting dynamics. However, one aspect that remains shrouded in mystery is Kody Brown's life before the cameras started rolling. Despite the show's emphasis on transparency, Kody has consistently refused to delve into his past, leaving many viewers curious, and sometimes frustrated, about what he might be hiding. His reluctance to discuss his pre-fame years raises questions about authenticity, control, and the selective storytelling that defines reality TV. From the beginning of Sister Wives, Kody has presented himself as a charismatic, if sometimes controversial, patriarch navigating the complexities of plural marriage. Yet, his backstory remains vague. Unlike his wives, who have occasionally shared childhood memories, family histories, and past struggles, Kody avoids detailed discussions about his upbringing, previous relationships, or life before marrying his first wife, Mary. This evasion is particularly striking given that reality TV stars are expected to trade privacy for fame, offering up personal narratives to keep audiences engaged. Kody's resistance to this expectation suggests a deliberate effort to control his public image, perhaps to avoid scrutiny over inconsistencies in his past or to maintain a carefully constructed persona. One possible reason for Kody's silence is the fear of exposing contradictions in his narrative. Polygamy, especially in the context of fundamentalist Mormonism, is often fraught with secrecy and legal concerns. Before Sister Wives, Kody's life was not under public scrutiny, and he may have engaged in behaviors or held beliefs that don't align with the image he presents on the show. If his past includes controversial religious affiliations, failed relationships, or financial troubles, discussing them could undermine his authority as the family's leader. Additionally, Kody's conversion to polygamy and his early marriages occurred before reality TV fame, and revisiting those years might reveal uncomfortable truths about his motivations or the nature of his relationships with his wives before they became public figures. Another factor could be Kody's desire to maintain an air of mystery, which reinforces his role as the family's enigmatic leader. By keeping his past private, he retains a sense of control over how he is perceived. Reality TV often exaggerates personalities for entertainment, and Kody's refusal to open up about his earlier years may be a way to avoid being typecast or judged based on past mistakes. Many reality stars later regret oversharing, as their past words and actions are endlessly dissected by fans and critics. Kody's guardedness might stem from a strategic understanding of how much vulnerability is too much in an industry that thrives on sensationalism. Moreover, Kody's reluctance to discuss his past could be tied to the broader dynamics within the Brown family. His wives, Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robin, have each shared personal struggles, from marital rifts to financial hardships, making them more relatable to viewers. In contrast, Kody often positions himself as the decision-maker, the one who guides the family through challenges. Revealing too much about his own vulnerabilities could weaken this image, especially if his past includes failures or regrets that contradict his confident on-screen persona. For a man who frequently emphasizes leadership and authority, admitting to past missteps might feel like an unnecessary risk. Some fans speculate that Kody's past may include relationships or experiences that could complicate his current family structure. Before marrying Mary, did he have other romantic entanglements? Was his introduction to polygamy as straightforward as he claims, or were there conflicts or doubts along the way? The Brown storyline has already seen major shifts, including divorces, separations, and public disputes. If Kody's pre-fame life contained similar turbulence, acknowledging it could fuel further drama, something he may wish to avoid, unless it serves the show's narrative on his terms. Kody's resistance to discussing his past also highlights the selective nature of reality TV. While the genre promises authenticity, it is ultimately a curated performance. Participants choose what to reveal and what to conceal, crafting storylines that maximize engagement while protecting certain boundaries. Kody's silence on his early years suggests that he views some parts of his life as off-limits, regardless of audience curiosity. This calculated approach is not uncommon among reality stars, but it becomes more noticeable in a show like Sister Wives, where personal histories are often used to explain present conflicts. Ultimately, Kody's refusal to talk about his life before the cameras leaves a gap in the Brown family's story. Whether motivated by privacy, control, or the fear of damaging revelations, his silence adds another layer of intrigue to his already polarizing persona. As Sister Wives continues, viewers may never get the full picture of who Kody was before fame, and that may be exactly how he wants it. In a world where oversharing is the norm, his restraint is a reminder that even in reality TV, some secrets stay hidden. Reality television thrives on drama, personal revelations, and the illusion of authenticity, yet some stars fiercely guard their privacy, even after years in the public eye. Kody Brown, the controversial patriarch of Sister Wives, is one such figure. Despite allowing cameras into nearly every aspect of his plural family's life since 2010, Kody has consistently avoided in-depth discussions about his past before TLC's cameras started rolling. His reluctance to open up about his pre-fame life has fueled speculation, frustration among fans, and even tension within his own family. Whether motivated by a desire to control his narrative, protect certain relationships, or simply maintain a shred of privacy in an otherwise exposed existence, Kody's refusal to delve into his earlier years speaks volumes about the complexities of reality TV personas and the boundaries stars enforce, even as they profit from public scrutiny. From the very beginning of Sister Wives, viewers were introduced to Kody as a charismatic, albeit polarizing, figure navigating the challenges of a polygamous household with 4 wives and a growing brood of children. Yet the show provided only a curated glimpse into his backstory, his conversion to fundamentalist Mormonism, his early marriages to Mary, Janelle, and Christine, and the family's struggles with societal judgment. What remains conspicuously absent is any substantive discussion of Kody's upbringing, his formative experiences, or the personal evolution that led him to embrace polygamy. When pressed, Kody often deflects with humor or vague platitudes, insisting that the present, not the past, matters. But this evasion raises questions. What is he hiding? Does his pre-camera life contradict the image he's crafted on screen? Or is he simply unwilling to confront unresolved baggage that might complicate his carefully constructed narrative? One possible reason for Kody's silence is the fear of exposing contradictions between his past and present beliefs. Before joining the Apostolic United Brethren (AUB), a fundamentalist Mormon sect, Kody was raised in the mainstream LDS Church, which disavowed polygamy in 1890. His transition to plural marriage, a decision that would define his entire adult life, is shrouded in mystery. Did he experience a spiritual awakening? Was it influenced by personal relationships or familial pressure? By avoiding these questions, Kody maintains control over his origin story, preventing viewers from dissecting potential hypocrisies or shifts in ideology. Additionally, delving into his past might force him to address his first, and now defunct, spiritual marriage to a woman named Kathy, whom he reportedly divorced before legally marrying Mary. This omitted chapter could undermine his portrayal as a devoted, principled patriarch, especially as his later marriages have crumbled under public scrutiny. Another factor may be Kody's desire to shield certain individuals from the spotlight. Reality stars often grapple with the ethics of exposing loved ones who didn't sign up for fame, and Kody's pre-Sister Wives life includes family members and associates who may value their privacy. His parents, for instance, were initially hesitant about the show, and his siblings have largely stayed out of the fray. Discussing his upbringing in detail could thrust them into unwanted attention or reopen old wounds. Similarly, Kody's early romantic relationships, including rumored partners before Mary, remain off-limits, perhaps to avoid dredging up drama or hurting current spouses. Even his children from earlier marriages, if any exist, have never been acknowledged, leaving fans to wonder if Kody is erasing parts of his history to preserve a cleaner, more marketable image. Kody's evasion also reflects a broader reality TV paradox, the illusion of transparency. While audiences believe they're seeing an authentic version of a person, most stars carefully curate their on-screen personas, omitting details that don't align with their brand. For Kody, whose identity is tied to his role as a polygamist leader, acknowledging past mistakes or alternative versions of himself could destabilize his authority. This is especially true as his family fractures, his divorces from Christine, Janelle, and Mary, combined with his increasingly strained relationship with Robin, have painted him as a flawed, even tyrannical figure. Revisiting his past might humanize him, but it could also reveal patterns of behavior that contradict his self-proclaimed role as a benevolent family man. Moreover, Kody's refusal to engage with his pre-fame life may stem from a deeper emotional avoidance. Psychologically, people often sidestep topics that trigger shame, regret, or unresolved pain. Given the Brown family's many crises, financial instability, marital discord, public backlash, Kody may view his past as a minefield best left unexplored. If his earlier years involve failures, abandoned relationships, or ideological inconsistencies, confronting them could destabilize his sense of self. This avoidance is evident in his communication style. When asked about the past, he frequently pivots to jokes, generalizations, or defensiveness. In one episode, when pressed about his early days in polygamy, he snapped, "Why does it matter? We're here now, dealing with real issues." Such deflections suggest that for Kody, the past isn't just private, it's perilous. Fan reactions to Kody's secrecy have been mixed. Some viewers respect his right to privacy, arguing that no reality star owes the public their entire life story. Others, however, see his silence as suspicious, especially as his present behavior grows more controversial. Critics note that Kody happily profits from sharing his family's struggles, his marriages, his children's lives, even his COVID-19 rants, yet draws the line at personal accountability. This selective transparency has led to accusations of hypocrisy, particularly as he demands openness from his wives while keeping his own history under wraps. The imbalance feeds into broader critiques of Kody's narcissism, with some fans speculating that his refusal to discuss the past is less about protection and more about control. Ultimately, Kody's silence about his life before the cameras underscores the Faustian bargain of reality fame. By inviting audiences into his polygamous journey, he gained wealth and notoriety, but at the cost of true autonomy over his narrative. His strategic omissions reveal the limits of reality TV, where the most compelling stories are often the ones left untold. Whether his past holds mundane truths or explosive revelations, Kody's insistence on living strictly in the present reflects a man deeply invested in controlling his legacy, even as it unravels in real time. Until he chooses to open up, if he ever does, the mystery of Kody Brown's origins will remain one of Sister Wives' most enduring enigmas.